What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you guys with another video. So in today's video, I'd like to talk about Billy Bowman Jr. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned in today's video, I do want to talk about Atlanta Falcons recent draft pick, Billy Bowman Jr. Billy Bowman played his college ball at Oklahoma University. He goes about 5'11", 190 pounds. And Billy Bowman, I think, will be a really good NFL player. He has a lot of versatility in his game. Started off his career at Oklahoma as a DB or a cornerback, and they switched his position to the safety position. But I really think that's the reason that the Atlanta Falcons selected him, is due to his versatility of being able to play both positions, both the corner position, the nickel position, and also play that safety role. And I really feel like Billy Bowman, his biggest attribute in his game is his ability to take the football away and make interceptions. And I talked about this in my previous video. I really think the Falcons did a great job in this draft of identifying players that attack the football. And we need to be able to create more turnovers as far as our Atlanta Falcons defense. And Billy Bowman is one of those guys that can do just that. A very good tackler in open space, a guy that was a playmaker in Brent Venables' defense at Oklahoma. A guy who also, if he gets his hands on the football, he can also take it the other way for a touchdown. He had a couple pick sixes at Oklahoma as well. So he's one of those guys that just has a nose for the ball. And pretty much all of these Atlanta Falcons players that we picked up in this draft, they're ball hawks. These guys are all over the football, intercepting the football, forcing fumbles, guys that can tackle really well in space. And Billy Bowman Jr. is one of those guys that was a big-time playmaker at Oklahoma. A guy, when the ball was in the air, he was always around the football, whether it was him coming up in run support, making plays on the outside, whether it was him reading screens and things of that nature. He just has great football instincts from what I've seen of him on film and on tape. And I really feel like that's what set him apart. And I really feel like he was a steal for the Atlanta Falcons when they drafted him. I thought he would be drafted a little bit earlier as well. But I am a huge fan of this move of the Falcons bringing in Billy Bowman Jr. I'm thinking here with our Atlanta Falcons, they're probably going to use him more as a DB over a safety, being that we have, a lot of different guys at that safety role, with now us having Xavier Watts, now with us having still having Jesse Bates, still having DeMarco Hellams that's coming back. But being that these guys can move around, that gives the Falcons a lot of flexibility. And we know Jeff Ulbrich is going to be running a hybrid defense, meaning it's going to be a mixture of 3-4. It's going to be a mixture of 4-3. So I really feel like these guys that they drafted, they can move all around and play different positions. And I really feel like that's going to make this Atlanta Falcons defense really hard to stop, because it's going to be hard to identify what role each player is playing, because they're going to be moving all over the field. But I really feel like Billy Bowman Jr. is another one of those guys that's an impact player on the defensive side of the ball. Was one of the best players for Oklahoma, probably their best player in their secondary last season. He had, I think, about 11 interceptions, if I'm not mistaken, in his college career. So like I said, it has a nose for the football, attacks the football, and that's what the Atlanta Falcons need. We need more guys that are aggressive when the ball is in the air. We need guys that can tackle in space, because the NFL, a lot of teams are playing spread offenses similar to the college game. Because we have a lot of mobile quarterbacks in today's game, the NFL has turned to having guys, a lot of athletes on the field. And that's what the Falcons have done. They went out and got guys that understand schemes. They went out and got guys that are elite athletes. And I think Billy Bowman Jr. is one of those elite athletes that's going to be a playmaker as far as going to get the football. So with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on Billy Bowman Jr. I love this move by the Falcons, double dipping, bringing in Xavier Watts, bringing in Billy Bowman Jr. I really feel like this Falcons defense is going to be are really, really good. I really feel like they're going to see a huge jump from last year's defense to this year's defense. And I also feel like we've created a lot of competition in training camp with the guys that we currently have on the roster and the guys that they brought in. It's going to be really, really iron sharpens iron. So with that being said, I have a lot more content coming for you guys. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.